On occasion, I am inspired to write what I call one of my cheesy rhyming poems, and you'll see in a moment why it's called that. So I was inspired to write one for Dave. I first met Dave in August 2000. It was when Jack and I were dating. I was warned there would be bravado about his many medals, and questions if Jack and I would be mating. His smile was wide and could light up the room. I never once saw him filled with doom and gloom. His hugs were of the kind akin to a bear, and if you were a female, he might just linger there. And I'm glad he did with me anyway. He's been known to drink day-old coffee and even add water to his beer. I dare to calculate how many sausage McMuffins he held so dear. You could call Dave many things, but definitely not a prude, for he was a man who slept in the nude. And that's true, for those of you that don't know that. I'm not really sure what was his profession. Living an active, retired lifestyle seemed to be his obsession. Rowing and racing was one of his favorite things to do, and if he could combine it with traveling, well, woohoo! He loved an artichoke dip that I used to make, but it had a ton of cheese in it, so I could really make no mistake. Dave told me we would run away together if things got really tough. Come to find out, Karen Van Ada was coming too. Saving one woman just wasn't enough. He loved photography and taking pictures. It really was his jam. He'd take pictures of anything and everything, anytime he can. He helped us mulch and even took a load of our junk to the dump. I think Keaton went with him. A helper and a friend, day or night, if you needed out of a slump. He was so connected and such a relational dude. He was generally concerned about what was happening with you. Cancer may have claimed his body, but it never took his mind, heart, or soul. His courage, patience, and optimism was an example more precious than gold. He loved to brag on his kids, grandkids, and Jan too. He was a family man and will be missed as far as the moon. His name is Dave Earhart, and he had a huge heart. Thank you.
This is Keaton Crema, Dave's grandson.
Put it close. Right at your chin.
Dave went to every single one of my sports games, and when I didn't see him there, I'm like, what happened? Like, if I didn't see him there, I'm like, what's wrong? He was there to every single one, and he was always pictures. I would see him in the stands, and then he'd be hidden in the corner of the field taking pictures. Or he'd walk onto the court to get a better angle. And then everyone would be like, what are you doing? I was like, I have to get it. Dave also had a tomato garden in his backyard. He was very proud of it. He thought they were world famous. Me and my dad would always go back there when they weren't home and take a couple.
Hold it up.
Christmas, I would give Grandpa one of those huge jumbo bags of popcorn. And some years I did my best to wrap it, and other times I'd send him on this scavenger hunt to find it. We both got such a kick out of it. It wasn't Christmas for me unless I saw his face light up when I pulled out that big bag of popcorn. He was my #1 fan, not just in sports, which he attended every game I might add, and in everything. If I beat him in cards, mowed the lawn, even got the mail, he'd cheer me with his classic, "Woohoo!" Also, the man did not have pants that fit him. They were all too short. And underneath you could always see his white socks. And on other days, he would wear shorts and you would see his super ashy legs. And I would always get on him, "Grandpa, are you wearing your lotion that I got you?" And usually he hadn't, but on the days he did, it was a celebration. Grandpa's the kind of person that makes you feel like the most important person in the world when he's talking to you. He appreciates you in a world that only cares about themselves. He especially has a keen eye for looks as well, as we all know. He was the kind of person to come home and rave about something that he noticed that day. The #1 thing I remember is him telling me how he saw this absolutely beautiful woman walk by that day. And it was purely because of her posture. He then showed me the importance of how standing up straight can just change how people look at you. And from then on, he'd fix mine every single day. I've never met a person that would glow about a woman's beauty merely based on her posture. Never ever have I or will I see that kind of appreciation as a bad thing. The older I got, the less willing I was to open up and have these slightly uncomfortable conversations. And he'd always respond with that, "Oh, come on, Kinsey," with that growl in his voice. And he'd use the same voice whenever I beat him in cards, or somehow even that voice would automatically make me feel better. I carry everything he said with me, and I'm never going to let them go. Life gets hard, and I have him to give me a little push of confidence. A few weeks before he passed, he told the story of how in rowing the whole race you go backwards, never knowing when it's going to be the end. But 100 meters before the finish, you see the red buoys. He had seen the red buoys for his life and was strong enough to accept it and warn all of us. The strength that man had astonishes us all. When I found out he passed, the first thing I said is, "It's not fair. I didn't get enough." Growing up, this man was my idol, and will be for the rest of my life. But as I got older, I got busy, and I didn't make time, and I should have. And that's something I have to live with, but it's okay. And I hate that it took his absence to show me how much I needed him, and still need him. Even now, he's still teaching me the most important things in life. How important family is. Along with the importance of seeing the beauty in everything. Laughter, posture, trash talking. And capturing life's moments through a lens so you can have them with you forever. They say when you die, all you remember from life is the people in it. But I don't think they took into account this amazing man who had a full life and who touched countless people. And it's amazing to see so many of them here showing their love today. Thank you.